What if everything you've been told about being a man is wrong? In a world that tries to weaken your core, it's time to build your inner fortress. The Inner Fortress, Foundations of the Masculine Mindset, written and published by Stoic Guardian. Introduction. In today's world, masculinity is often misunderstood, criticized, or stripped of its deeper meaning. The Inner Fortress is not a loud cry for dominance or ego. It is a quiet revolution, a return to timeless strength. This book is a masterclass in rebuilding the masculine mindset, one brick at a time, with principles forged from ancient philosophy, modern psychology, and hard-earned experience. Whether you're feeling lost, stuck in self-doubt, or simply looking to unlock the next level of personal growth, this book offers you a roadmap. You'll learn how to take ownership of your life, master your emotions, embrace discipline, lead with authenticity, and rebuild yourself from the inside out. Each chapter is a battle-tested lesson in mental resilience, emotional maturity, and true masculine purpose. This isn't about becoming who others want you to be. It's about becoming who you were meant to be. Step into your power, build your fortress, and let the world feel the strength of a man who truly knows himself. Chapter 1. Take ownership of everything in your life. Life rarely unfolds exactly as planned. Unexpected challenges arise, setbacks occur, and circumstances change. Yet amid life's unpredictability, there exists a powerful constant: your ability to take ownership. This mindset shift transforms you from a passive observer into the active architect of your destiny. It is not about controlling external events, but about mastering your response to them. Consider the last time something went wrong in your life. Perhaps a project failed at work, a relationship ended, or a personal goal remained unmet. In that moment, did you look outward for someone or something to blame? Or did you turn inward, examining your role and seeking lessons for growth? The difference between these two reactions marks the divide between victimhood and empowerment. Taking ownership means embracing responsibility for every aspect of your life, your successes, your failures, your happiness, and your struggles. It is acknowledging that while you cannot control everything that happens to you, you always control how you respond. This perspective is liberating. It frees you from the trap of waiting for perfect conditions or relying on others to create the life you desire. The path of ownership is not always easy. It requires courage to face uncomfortable truths about yourself and your choices. It demands resilience to pick yourself up after setbacks, knowing that you alone are responsible for your comeback. But with each challenge you face head-on, you grow stronger and more capable. Ownership extends beyond personal matters. In your relationships, it means taking responsibility for your words, actions, and the energy you bring. At work, it involves going above and beyond your job description, seeing problems as opportunities to contribute. In your community, it is about being an active participant rather than a passive bystander. To cultivate this mindset, start small. When faced with a problem, resist the urge to complain or blame. Instead, ask yourself, what can I do to improve this situation? Take decisive action, no matter how small. Over time, this habit of proactive problem-solving becomes second nature. Embrace discomfort as a sign of growth. When you feel the urge to make excuses or shift responsibility, pause. Recognize this as an opportunity to strengthen your ownership muscle. Choose to face the challenge head-on, knowing that doing so expands your capability. Remember, taking ownership does not mean shouldering blame for things truly beyond your control. It is about focusing your energy on what you can influence and letting go of what you cannot. This discernment is crucial for maintaining your mental well-being while still embracing responsibility. As you commit to this path, you will notice a profound shift. Problems become opportunities, setbacks become stepping stones. The world transforms from a place that happens to you into a canvas for your creation. You move through life with purpose and direction, knowing that your choices shape your reality. Taking ownership of everything in your life is not just a mindset, It is a superpower. It turns you from a leaf blown by the winds of circumstance into the captain of your own ship, steering confidently through life's storms. Embrace this responsibility and watch as doors of possibility open before you. Chapter 2. Create your own reality. The world you experience is not a fixed, immutable entity. It is a dynamic reflection of your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. This profound truth holds the key to unlocking your full potential and shaping the life you desire. Creating your own reality is not about magical thinking or denying objective facts. It is about recognizing the immense power you hold in interpreting and responding to the world around you. Your mind is a powerful filter, constantly interpreting the flood of information it receives. The lens through which you view the world colors every experience, shaping your perceptions and ultimately your actions. By consciously choosing your perspective, you gain the ability to transform challenges into opportunities and setbacks into stepping stones. Consider two individuals facing the same obstacle. One sees an insurmountable barrier and gives up. The other views it as a chance to grow, learn, and prove their resilience. Same situation, vastly different realities. The difference lies not in the external circumstance, but in the internal narrative each person chooses to embrace. Creating your reality begins with awareness. Pay attention to your thoughts and the stories you tell yourself. Are they empowering or limiting? Do they propel you forward or hold you back? Once you become conscious of your inner dialogue, you can begin to shape it intentionally. Visualization is a powerful tool in this process. Spend time each day vividly imagining your ideal life. Engage all your senses. How does it feel? What do you see? What are you doing? This practice is not mere daydreaming. It primes your brain to recognize opportunities aligned with your vision and motivates you to take action towards your goals. Your beliefs act as the foundation of your reality. Examine them closely. Are they serving you or limiting you? Challenge beliefs that no longer align with who you want to become. Replace them with empowering alternatives that support your growth and aspirations. Remember, a belief is simply a thought you have repeated often enough. With conscious effort, you can rewire your thinking patterns. Creating your reality extends beyond mental exercises. It requires aligned action. Your thoughts and beliefs must be supported by consistent behaviors that move you towards your vision. Small daily actions compound over time, gradually reshaping your reality to match your inner world. Embrace the role of creator in your life. Instead of passively accepting circumstances, actively design your environment. Surround yourself with people, information, and experiences that nurture your growth and support your goals. Curate your physical and digital spaces to reflect the reality you are creating. Persistence is key in this journey. The reality you desire may not manifest overnight. There will be setbacks and moments of doubt. In these times, return to your vision. Reaffirm your commitment to creating the life you want. Each challenge is an opportunity to strengthen your resolve and refine your approach. Remember, creating your own reality is not about controlling every external circumstance. It is about mastering your internal world and choosing how you engage with life. By taking charge of your thoughts, beliefs, and actions, you become the architect of your experience. Embrace this power and watch as the world around you transforms to reflect the reality you choose to create. Chapter 3. Become the hero of your own story. Every great story has a hero who faces challenges, overcomes obstacles, and emerges transformed. In the narrative of your life, you are that hero. Embracing this role is not about ego or self-aggrandizement. It is about recognizing your innate potential and taking active charge of your journey. Too often we cast ourselves as side characters in our own lives. We wait for rescue, for someone else to solve our problems or show us the way. But the truth is, you are the protagonist of your story. The power to shape your narrative lies within you. It is time to step into that role with courage and determination. Being the hero of your story means taking responsibility for your choices and actions. It means facing your fears head-on rather than avoiding them. When challenges arise, heroes do not shrink back. They rise to meet them, knowing that each obstacle is an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Consider the heroes in literature and film. They are not perfect beings who never stumble. They are flawed individuals who persist despite their failures. They learn, adapt, and keep moving forward. Your journey is no different. Embrace your imperfections and setbacks as part of your character development. They make your story rich and relatable. Writing your heroic narrative involves setting ambitious goals and working tirelessly towards them. What quest are you on? What dragons are you slaying? These might be external achievements or internal battles. Perhaps you are building a business, overcoming a fear, or transforming a relationship. Whatever your mission, approach it with the determination of a hero on a sacred quest. Heroes do not walk their paths alone. They gather allies, seek mentors, and build a support network. Look around you. Who are the characters in your story that uplift and empower you? Cultivate these relationships. At the same time, be willing to let go of connections that no longer serve your growth. Every hero's journey involves both finding their tribe and leaving the familiar behind. Becoming the hero of your story requires courage. It means stepping out of your comfort zone and into the unknown. It involves taking risks, being vulnerable, and facing the possibility of failure. But remember, every hero's journey is marked by moments of doubt and fear. Your courage is not the absence of these feelings, but your willingness to act despite them. As you navigate your hero's journey, pay attention to the lessons along the way. Reflect on your experiences. What are they teaching you about yourself and the world? How are you growing and evolving? Document your journey. Keep a journal, create art, or share your story with others. Your narrative has the power to inspire not just yourself, but those around you. Remember, being the hero of your story is not about achieving perfection or never facing defeat. It is about how you respond to life's challenges, how you pick yourself up after falling, and how you continually strive to become the best version of yourself. It is about writing a narrative you can be proud of, one chapter at a time. Embrace your role as the hero of your own story. Face each day as a new adventure, each challenge as a call to action. Your journey is unique, valuable, and worthy of a great narrative. Step into your power, pick up the pen, and write the story you want to live. The world is waiting for your heroic tale. Chapter 4. Being yourself is not enough. Authenticity is often touted as the ultimate virtue in personal development. Just be yourself, we're told. But what if being yourself in its raw, unrefined form is not enough to achieve your goals and live a fulfilling life? The truth is, while authenticity is important, it is merely the starting point of your journey, not the destination. Being yourself in its purest sense means accepting your current state, your habits, beliefs, and behaviors without question or effort to improve. But humans are not static beings. We have the remarkable ability to grow, learn, and evolve. Settling for your current self negates this potential for growth and can keep you trapped in patterns that no longer serve you. Instead of simply being yourself, strive to become your best self. This involves a conscious effort to identify your core values, strengths, and aspirations. It requires honest self-reflection to recognize areas where you can improve. Being your best self means aligning your actions with your deepest values and continuously working to develop your skills and character. Consider successful individuals in any field. They did not achieve greatness by merely accepting who they were at the start. They identified their talents, honed their skills through relentless practice, and pushed beyond their comfort zones. They embraced change and growth, even when it was uncomfortable. This journey of self-improvement does not mean rejecting who you are at your core. It is about building upon your authentic foundation to create a more refined, capable version of yourself. Think of it as sculpting. You start with a block of marble, your authentic self. Through careful chiseling and polishing, you reveal the masterpiece within. Becoming your best self requires courage. It means facing your weaknesses and insecurities head-on. It involves challenging limiting beliefs that hold you back. This process can be uncomfortable, even painful at times. But remember, growth happens at the edge of discomfort. Embrace these challenges as opportunities for transformation. Developing your best self is a lifelong journey. It involves continuous learning, adaptation, and refinement. Stay curious about the world and yourself. Seek out new experiences that challenge your perspectives. Read widely, engage in meaningful conversations, and expose yourself to diverse ideas. Each new insight is a tool for sculpting your best self. As you work on becoming your best self, maintain a balance between self-acceptance and self-improvement. Accept yourself as you are in this moment, while simultaneously striving to be better. This balance prevents the pursuit of growth from turning into harsh self-criticism. Remember, becoming your best self is not about conforming to external expectations or chasing an impossible ideal of perfection. It is about aligning your actions with your values, developing your unique strengths, and continually expanding your capabilities. It is about becoming a more refined, impactful version of your authentic self. Being yourself is not enough if you aspire to achieve great things and live a fulfilling life. Embrace the journey of growth and self-improvement. Challenge yourself to evolve, to learn, to become better. Your authentic self is not a fixed point, but a dynamic, ever-evolving entity. Nurture it, challenge it, and watch as you unfold into the best version of yourself. A version capable of achieving your dreams and making a meaningful impact in the world. Chapter 5. Do not apologize for who you are. In a world that often demands conformity, standing firm in your identity is an act of courage. Too often we find ourselves apologizing for our quirks, our passions, our appearance, or our beliefs. We dim our light to make others comfortable, but here's a powerful truth. You do not need to apologize for who you are. This does not mean adopting an attitude of arrogance or disregard for others. It means embracing your authentic self with confidence and respect. It is about recognizing your inherent worth and refusing to shrink yourself to fit into boxes created by societal expectations or others' opinions. Consider the aspects of yourself you've been apologizing for. Perhaps it's your enthusiasm for an unconventional hobby, your ambitious career goals, or your unique perspective on life. These are not flaws to be hidden. They are the very things that make you uniquely you. They are your strengths, your differentiators, the source of your potential impact on the world. Refusing to apologize for who you are requires a shift in mindset. It means replacing "I'm sorry" with "this is who I am." It involves setting boundaries and respectfully standing your ground when others try to change you. Remember, not everyone will understand or appreciate your authentic self, and that's okay. Your goal is not universal approval, but self-acceptance and genuine connections with those who value you as you are. This stance of unapologetic authenticity does not give you license to be unkind or inconsiderate. You can be true to yourself while still being respectful of others. The key is to express yourself honestly and assertively without aggression or defensiveness. Own your choices, your opinions, and your actions with confidence. Embracing who you are without apology can be challenging. You might face criticism or misunderstanding. In these moments, remind yourself of your worth. Surround yourself with people who celebrate your authentic self. Seek out environments where you can thrive as you are, rather than places that demand you conform to be accepted. As you practice not apologizing for who you are, you'll likely discover a newfound sense of freedom. Energy once spent on trying to fit in or seeking approval can now be directed towards pursuing your passions and goals. You'll attract people and opportunities that align with your true self, leading to more fulfilling relationships and experiences. Remember, not apologizing for who you are doesn't mean refusing to grow or improve. It means loving and accepting yourself as you are, while also striving to become the best version of yourself. It's about growth driven by self-love and aspiration, not by shame or external pressure. Your uniqueness is your power. Your quirks, your passions, your perspective, these are gifts to be shared with the world, not apologies to be made. By fully embracing and expressing who you are, you give others permission to do the same. You become a beacon of authenticity in a world that desperately needs it. So, stand tall in your truth. Speak your mind with conviction. Pursue your passions with enthusiasm. Love fiercely. Dream big. Be unapologetically you. The world doesn't need another copy. It needs your original self. Embrace who you are and watch as doors open, relationships deepen, and your impact grows. You have nothing to apologize for. You are exactly who you're meant to be. Chapter 6. Winning in life is a conscious choice. Life is not a spectator sport. It is not something that happens to you, but something you actively create through your choices and actions. Winning in life, achieving your goals, finding fulfillment and making a positive impact, is not a matter of luck or circumstance. It is a conscious choice you make every single day. This mindset shift is powerful. It moves you from a position of passivity to one of active engagement with your life. When you recognize that winning is a choice, you take full responsibility for your outcomes. No longer can you blame external factors for your lack of progress. You become the author of your own success story. Choosing to win means setting clear, ambitious goals for yourself. What does winning look like for you? Is it building a successful business, nurturing a loving family, making a difference in your community, or achieving personal growth? Define your vision of success clearly, write it down, visualize it daily. Let it guide your decisions and actions. But setting goals is just the beginning. Winning requires consistent, deliberate action towards those goals. It means making choices that align with your vision of success, even when they are difficult or uncomfortable. It involves sacrificing short-term pleasures for long-term gains. Choosing to win means prioritizing what truly matters over what merely feels good in the moment. This choice to win must be renewed every day, sometimes multiple times a day. It's in the small decisions, choosing to wake up early to work on your side project, opting for a healthy meal instead of fast food, deciding to have that difficult conversation instead of avoiding it. Each of these choices, while seemingly small, compounds over time to create the life you desire. Choosing to win also means embracing a growth mindset. See challenges as opportunities to learn and improve. View failures not as defeats, but as valuable feedback. Be willing to step out of your comfort zone, knowing that growth happens at the edges of what's familiar and comfortable. Remember, choosing to win doesn't mean you'll never face setbacks or difficulties. Life will still throw obstacles your way. The difference is in how you respond to these challenges. Winners see obstacles as part of the journey, not as roadblocks. They adapt, persist, and find ways to overcome or work around difficulties. Surrounding yourself with the right people is crucial in this journey. Choose to spend time with individuals who support your goals, challenge you to grow, and inspire you to be your best. Limit exposure to negativity and naysayers who might discourage you from pursuing your dreams. Winning in life also involves continuous learning and self-improvement. Stay curious, read widely, seek out new experiences and perspectives. Invest in developing your skills and knowledge. The more you grow as a person, the more equipped you become to achieve your goals and handle life's challenges. Lastly, choosing to win means maintaining a positive, optimistic outlook. This doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It means focusing on solutions rather than problems, on possibilities rather than limitations. It's about believing in your ability to create positive change in your life and the world around you. Winning in life is not something that happens by chance. It's a result of conscious choices made consistently over time. Choose to win today and every day. Set your goals, take action, embrace challenges, surround yourself with positivity, and never stop growing. The power to create a winning life lies within you. Make the choice, and watch as your life transforms into the success story you've always dreamed of writing. Chapter 7. Study Success. Success leaves clues. The paths of those who have achieved greatness in any field are not shrouded in mystery, but illuminated by patterns and principles waiting to be discovered. Studying success is not about blind imitation, but about understanding the underlying strategies and mindsets that drive extraordinary achievement. Begin by identifying individuals who embody the kind of success you aspire to. Look beyond the surface-level trappings of their achievements to understand the journey that led them there. What habits do they cultivate? How do they approach challenges? What principles guide their decision-making? These insights are gold mines of wisdom waiting to be tapped. Reading biographies and autobiographies is a powerful way to study success. These narratives offer intimate glimpses into the lives of high achievers, revealing their struggles, pivotal moments, and the thinking patterns that shaped their trajectories. As you read, look for recurring themes and strategies that transcend individual stories. These are the universal principles of success you can apply to your own life. But studying success goes beyond reading. Seek out mentors and role models in your field. Observe them closely. How do they carry themselves? How do they communicate? How do they manage their time and energy? Often the most valuable lessons are not explicitly taught, but absorbed through close observation and interaction. Attend seminars, workshops, and conferences where successful individuals share their insights. Listen not just to their words, but to the underlying philosophies and attitudes that drive their success. Take notes, ask questions, and most importantly, reflect on how you can apply these lessons to your own journey. Studying success also means analyzing failures, both your own and those of others. Failure is often a more potent teacher than success. What went wrong? What could have been done differently? How did successful individuals bounce back from setbacks? Understanding failure is crucial to avoiding common pitfalls and developing resilience. As you study success, look for patterns and principles that resonate with you. Not every strategy will align with your values or circumstances. The goal is not to become a carbon copy of someone else, but to distill wisdom that you can integrate into your unique path. Remember, studying success is not a passive activity. It requires active engagement and implementation. For every insight you gain, develop a concrete plan to apply it in your life. Experiment with new habits, mindsets, and strategies. Track your results and refine your approach. Cultivate a beginner's mindset as you study success. No matter how much you achieve, there is always more to learn. Stay curious, open-minded, and hungry for knowledge. The most successful individuals are often the most voracious learners, constantly seeking new insights and perspectives. Studying success is a lifelong journey. It's about continuous improvement and refinement of your approach to life and work. As you implement the lessons you learn, you'll not only move closer to your own goals, but also become a source of wisdom for others on their journey. Embrace the study of success as a fundamental part of your growth strategy. Let the wisdom of those who have gone before you illuminate your path. Learn from their triumphs and their struggles. And remember, as you climb higher, it becomes your responsibility to leave clues for those who will follow in your footsteps. Chapter 8. Stop complaining. Start creating. Complaining is a trap that ensnares many on their journey to success. It's an easy habit to fall into, providing temporary relief by venting frustrations. But here's the hard truth. Complaining is a waste of your most precious resources, time and energy. It keeps you focused on problems rather than solutions, trapping you in a cycle of negativity and inaction. The shift from complaining to creating is transformative. It moves you from a passive victim of circumstances to an active shaper of your reality. When you catch yourself about to complain, pause, ask yourself, what can I create or do to improve this situation? This simple question redirects your energy from problem-focused thinking to solution-oriented action. Creating doesn't always mean building something tangible. It can be creating a new perspective, a new approach to a challenge, or a new opportunity out of a setback. It's about adopting a mindset that sees possibilities where others see only obstacles. This shift requires conscious effort and practice. Start by becoming aware of your complaining habits. Notice when you're about to voice a complaint or engage in negative self-talk. In these moments, challenge yourself to reframe the situation. What's the opportunity hidden within this challenge? How can you use this as a catalyst for growth or positive change? Creating often involves stepping out of your comfort zone. It means taking risks, trying new approaches, and being willing to fail. But remember, every failure in the pursuit of creation is a step forward. It provides valuable feedback and lessons that move you closer to your goals. Embrace problems as invitations to innovate. When faced with a difficult situation, instead of complaining about what's wrong, ask yourself, how can I make this better? This question sparks creativity and empowers you to take constructive action. Surround yourself with creators, not complainers. The energy of those around you is contagious. Seek out individuals who approach life with a creative, solution-oriented mindset. Their attitude will inspire and motivate you to do the same. Creating doesn't mean ignoring genuine issues or suppressing emotions. It's about acknowledging challenges while focusing your energy on constructive responses. Allow yourself to feel frustration or disappointment, but don't dwell there. Use these emotions as fuel to drive positive action. Develop a habit of asking what-if questions. What if this problem is actually an opportunity in disguise? What if I approached this differently? What if I had all the resources I needed? These questions open up new possibilities and spark creative thinking. Remember, every great innovation, every positive change in the world started with someone who chose to create rather than complain. You have that same power within you. Your ideas, your actions, your creations have the potential to transform your life and positively impact those around you. As you shift from complaining to creating, you'll notice a change not just in your circumstances, but in how you feel. Creating is inherently empowering and energizing. It gives you a sense of purpose and progress, even in challenging times. Make the decision today to be a creator, not a complainer. Face each challenge with the question, what can I create here? Let your energy flow into building, improving, and innovating. The world doesn't need more complaints. It needs your unique creations, solutions, and positive contributions. Start creating and watch as doors of opportunity open and your life transforms in ways you never imagined possible. Chapter 9. Accept the brutal reality. Life doesn't always unfold according to our plans or desires. Sometimes we face harsh truths and difficult circumstances that we'd rather ignore or deny. But true strength and growth come from accepting the brutal reality of our situations, no matter how uncomfortable or challenging they may be. Accepting brutal reality doesn't mean resigning yourself to negativity or giving up on your dreams. It means acknowledging the truth of your current situation without sugarcoating or making excuses. It's about seeing things as they are, not as you wish they were. This clear-eyed perspective is the foundation for meaningful change and progress. When you accept brutal reality, you stop wasting energy on denial or wishful thinking. Instead, you can channel that energy into finding solutions and taking constructive action. It's like clearing the fog from a windshield. Suddenly, you can see the road ahead clearly, including both the obstacles and the opportunities. This acceptance often requires courage. It means facing your fears, acknowledging your mistakes, and confronting uncomfortable truths about yourself and your circumstance. It might mean admitting that your current approach isn't working, that a relationship is toxic, or that you need to make significant changes in your life. But with this courage comes power. When you accept brutal reality, you take control of your narrative. You move from being a victim of circumstances to being the author of your response to those circumstances. This shift in perspective is incredibly empowering. Accepting brutal reality also involves letting go of the shoulds that often cloud our judgment. This shouldn't be happening. I should be further along by now. They should treat me differently. These thoughts keep you stuck in frustration and resentment. Instead, accept what is and focus on what you can do from this point forward. This acceptance doesn't mean you have to like the reality you're facing. You can acknowledge a truth while still working to change it. In fact, accepting brutal reality is often the first step towards meaningful change. It allows you to assess your situation accurately and make informed decisions about your next steps. Practicing acceptance of brutal reality requires developing emotional resilience. It means learning to sit with uncomfortable feelings without being overwhelmed by them. Mindfulness practices can be particularly helpful here, teaching you to observe your thoughts and emotions without getting caught up in them. As you cultivate this acceptance, you'll likely find that your problem-solving skills improve. When you're not expending energy on denial or resistance, you can think more creatively and see solutions that were previously hidden from view. Remember, accepting brutal reality is not a one-time event, but an ongoing practice. Life will continually present new challenges and truths to face. Each time you choose acceptance over denial, you grow stronger and more capable of navigating life's complexities. Embracing brutal reality also fosters authenticity in your relationships. When you're honest with yourself, you can be more genuine with others. This authenticity builds trust and deepens connections, even in difficult conversations. Accepting brutal reality is a hallmark of true maturity and wisdom. It's about facing life head-on, with all its imperfections and challenges. It's about having the courage to see things as they are and the strength to work with what you have. So, take a deep breath and look at your life with clear, honest eyes. What truths have you been avoiding? What realities do you need to accept? Embrace them, no matter how uncomfortable. In this acceptance, you'll find the solid ground from which to build a better future. Remember, it's only by accepting where you are that you can effectively move towards where you want to be. Chapter 10. Master your emotions. Emotions are a fundamental part of the human experience, coloring our perceptions and influencing our decisions. They can be a source of great joy and motivation, but, when left unchecked, they can also lead to impulsive actions and poor choices. Mastering your emotions doesn't mean suppressing them. It means understanding, managing, and channeling them effectively. Emotional mastery begins with awareness. Start by developing the habit of observing your emotions without immediately reacting to them. Notice how they feel in your body, how they affect your thoughts, and what triggers them. This self-awareness is the foundation of emotional intelligence and the first step towards mastery. Understanding the root causes of your emotions is crucial. Often what we feel on the surface is just a symptom of deeper underlying issues or unmet needs. When you feel a strong emotion arise, ask yourself, what's really going on here? This introspection can reveal patterns and insights that help you address the core issues rather than just the symptoms. Learning to name your emotions accurately is a powerful tool. Expand your emotional vocabulary beyond basic terms like happy, sad, or angry. Are you feeling frustrated, or is it more like disappointment? Is it anxiety you're experiencing or excitement? The more precisely you can identify your emotions, the better equipped you are to manage them. Develop strategies to regulate your emotions in healthy ways. This might include deep breathing exercises, meditation, physical activity, or creative expression. Find what works for you and make these practices a regular part of your routine. The goal is to have a toolkit of techniques you can use to calm yourself in moments of intense emotion. Mastering your emotions also involves challenging and reframing negative thought patterns. Our thoughts and emotions are closely linked. By changing how you think about a situation, you can often change how you feel about it. Practice cognitive reframing, looking for alternative perspectives on situations that trigger strong negative emotions. Cultivate emotional resilience. This means developing the ability to bounce back from setbacks and maintain a positive outlook in the face of challenges. Resilience is built through experience and practice. Each time you navigate a difficult emotional situation successfully, you strengthen your resilience muscle. Learn to delay gratification and resist impulsive actions driven by temporary emotions. Before acting on a strong feeling, especially in important situations, give yourself time to process. The pause between emotion and action is where wisdom lies. Empathy is a crucial component of emotional mastery. Understanding and connecting with the emotions of others not only improves your relationships, but also provides valuable perspective on your own emotional experiences. Practice putting yourself in others' shoes and considering their emotional states. Use your emotions as data, not directives. Emotions provide valuable information about your internal state and your environment, but they shouldn't be the sole basis for your decision. Learn to consider your emotions alongside logic and reason when making choices. Remember that mastering your emotions is an ongoing journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs, moments of perfect control, and instances where emotions get the better of you. Be patient with yourself and view each experience as an opportunity to learn and grow. Emotional mastery also involves knowing when and how to express your emotions appropriately. Bottling up feelings can be just as harmful as letting them run wild. Learn to communicate your emotions clearly and assertively, especially in your close relationships. As you work on mastering your emotions, you'll likely find that other areas of your life improve as well. Your relationships may deepen, your decision-making may become more sound, and your overall sense of well-being may increase. Emotional mastery is not just about controlling feelings, it's about harnessing their power to enrich your life and achieve your goals. Embrace the full spectrum of your emotional experience while developing the skills to navigate it wisely. With practice and patience, you can transform your emotions from potential liabilities into powerful assets, guiding you towards a more fulfilling and balanced life. Chapter 11. Master Communication. Communication is the bridge that connects our inner world to the external reality. It's the tool through which we express our thoughts, share our feelings, and collaborate with others. Mastering communication is not just about speaking clearly, it's about conveying your message effectively, listening actively, and fostering understanding in all your interactions. The foundation of masterful communication is clarity. Before you speak or write, take a moment to organize your thoughts. What is the core message you want to convey? Strip away unnecessary details and focus on expressing your main points concisely. Remember, clarity is not about dumbing down your message, but about making it accessible and impactful. Equally important is the art of listening. Many people focus solely on what they want to say, missing the opportunity to truly understand others. Practice active listening by giving your full attention to the speaker, avoiding interruptions, and seeking to understand not just the words, but the emotions and intentions behind them. Ask clarifying questions and provide feedback to ensure you've understood correctly. Non-verbal communication often speaks louder than words. Be aware of your body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice. Ensure that your non-verbal cues align with your verbal message. Similarly, learn to read others' non-verbal signals to gain a fuller understanding of their communication. Empathy is a powerful tool in communication. Try to see things from the other person's perspective. This doesn't mean you have to agree with them, but understanding their viewpoint can help you communicate more effectively and find common ground. Empathetic communication builds trust and fosters deeper connections. Adapt your communication style to your audience. The way you speak to a close friend might be very different from how you address a professional colleague. Being able to adjust your tone, vocabulary, and level of formality based on the context and the recipient is a hallmark of communication mastery. Learn the power of asking good questions. Thoughtful questions can stimulate meaningful conversations, uncover important information, and demonstrate your engagement and interest. Practice asking open-ended questions that encourage detailed responses rather than simple yes or no answers. Master the art of giving and receiving feedback. When offering criticism, focus on being constructive and specific. Frame your feedback in a way that's actionable and supportive. When receiving feedback, listen without becoming defensive. View it as an opportunity for growth and improvement. In written communication, pay attention to structure and tone. Organize your thoughts logically, use clear and concise language, and proofread for errors. Be mindful of how your words might be interpreted, especially in emails or text messages where tone can be easily misunderstood. Develop your storytelling skills. Stories are a powerful way to convey ideas, evoke emotions, and make your message memorable. Learn to weave relevant anecdotes and examples into your communication to illustrate your points and engage your audience. Practice assertiveness in your communication. This means expressing your thoughts, feelings, and needs clearly and respectfully, while also respecting the rights and boundaries of others. Assertive communication helps you stand up for yourself without being aggressive or passive. Be mindful of cultural differences in communication. What's considered polite or appropriate can vary significantly across cultures. If you're communicating with people from diverse backgrounds, take the time to learn about and respect their communication norms. Remember that effective communication is a two-way street. It's not just about getting your message across, but also about creating a dialogue and fostering mutual understanding. Encourage feedback and be open to different perspectives. Mastering communication is a lifelong journey. Each interaction is an opportunity to practice and refine your skills. Pay attention to how effective communicators around you operate and learn from their techniques. Seek out opportunities to speak publicly, write for different audiences, and engage in challenging conversations. As you develop your communication skills, you'll likely find that many areas of your life improve. Better communication can lead to stronger relationships, more successful professional interactions, and a greater ability to influence and lead others. It empowers you to express your ideas confidently, resolve conflicts effectively, and connect more deeply with those around you. Embrace the power of masterful communication. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it, how you listen, and how you understand. With practice and dedication, you can transform your communication into a powerful tool for personal and professional success, deepening your connections and expanding your influence in all areas of life. Remember, mastering communication is not about manipulating others or always having the perfect thing to say. It's about fostering genuine understanding, building meaningful connections, and expressing yourself authentically and effectively. It's a skill that requires continuous practice and refinement, but the rewards in terms of improved relationships, career success, and personal growth are immeasurable. Pay attention to the impact of your words. Words have power. They can inspire, heal, motivate, or hurt. Choose your words carefully, considering not just their literal meaning, but their emotional impact as well. Develop a habit of thinking before speaking, especially in emotionally charged situations. Learn to navigate difficult conversations with grace and effectiveness, whether it's addressing a conflict, delivering bad news, or discussing sensitive topics. Approach these situations with preparation, empathy, and a focus on finding constructive solutions. In the digital age, mastering written communication across various platforms is crucial. Whether it's crafting a professional email, engaging on social media, or writing a report, adapt your style to the medium while maintaining clarity and professionalism. Lastly, remember that silence can be a powerful form of communication. Knowing when to speak and when to remain silent is a skill in itself. Sometimes, a thoughtful pause or a moment of quiet reflection can be more impactful than words. By committing to mastering communication, you're not just improving a skill, you're enhancing your ability to connect, influence, and succeed in all aspects of life. Embrace this journey with enthusiasm and patience, and watch as your world opens up through the power of effective communication. Chapter 12. Sacrifice short-term gratification. In a world that celebrates instant gratification, the ability to delay immediate pleasure for long-term gain is a superpower. This principle of sacrificing short-term gratification for future rewards is at the core of personal growth, success, and fulfillment. It's the choice to forego immediate comfort or pleasure in pursuit of more significant, lasting benefits. The concept is simple yet profoundly challenging to implement consistently. It's choosing the salad over the burger, the extra hour of work over Netflix, the savings account over the impulse purchase. These small decisions made day after day compound over time to create remarkable results. Understanding the psychology behind instant gratification is crucial. Our brains are wired to seek immediate rewards, a survival mechanism from our evolutionary past. In today's world of abundance and constant stimulation, this instinct can lead us astray, prioritizing momentary pleasures over long-term well-being and success. Developing the ability to delay gratification starts with self-awareness. Recognize the moments when you're tempted by short-term pleasures that conflict with your long-term goals. In these moments, pause and consciously consider the future implications of your choices. Visualize the long-term benefits of making the disciplined choice. Create systems that support your long-term goals and make it easier to resist short-term temptations. This might involve removing distractions from your environment, setting up automatic savings transfers, or meal prepping healthy options in advance. The key is to reduce your reliance on willpower alone. Practice mindfulness to strengthen your ability to sit with discomfort. Often, the urge for instant gratification comes from a desire to escape momentary discomfort or boredom. By learning to observe these feelings without immediately acting on them, you build resilience and self-control. Reframe your perspective on sacrifice. Instead of viewing it as deprivation, see it as an investment in your future self. Each time you choose the harder, more disciplined path, you're making a deposit into your future success and happiness. Set clear, compelling long-term goals. When you have a vivid vision of what you're working towards, it becomes easier to forego immediate pleasures. Make these goals concrete and revisit them regularly to keep yourself motivated. Celebrate small wins along the way. While the focus is on long-term rewards, acknowledging your progress in resisting short-term gratification can provide motivation to continue. Find ways to reward yourself that align with your larger goals. Understand that sacrificing short-term gratification doesn't mean living a joyless life. It's about being selective with your indulgences and ensuring they don't derail your long-term objectives. Learn to find joy in the process of working towards your goals, not just in the end result. Surround yourself with people who share similar long-term focused values. Their influence can reinforce your commitment and provide support during challenging moments. Share your goals with them and allow them to hold you accountable. Remember that the ability to delay gratification is like a muscle, it strengthens with use. Each time you successfully choose long-term benefit over short-term pleasure, you make it easier to do so in the future. Be patient with yourself as you develop this skill. The rewards of mastering this principle are profound. It leads to better health, stronger finances, deeper relationships, and greater overall life satisfaction. It's the foundation upon which great achievements are built, dreams are realized, and lasting happiness is found. Embrace the challenge of sacrificing short-term gratification. View it not as a series of denials, but as a path to freedom. Freedom from impulse, freedom to choose your future, freedom to become the best version of yourself. In a world of instant everything, your ability to play the long game will set you apart and pave the way for extraordinary success. Chapter 13. Prioritize yourself without neglecting others. In the journey of personal growth and success, prioritizing yourself is not just important, it's essential. However, this concept is often misunderstood. Prioritizing yourself doesn't mean becoming selfish or neglecting your responsibilities to others. It means recognizing that to be your best for others, you must first take care of yourself. Think of it like the oxygen mask principle on airplanes. You're instructed to secure your own mask before helping others. This isn't selfishness, it's practical wisdom. You can't pour from an empty cup, and you can't give what you don't have. By prioritizing your own well-being, you ensure that you have the resources, physical, emotional, and mental, to support and uplift those around you. Start by clearly defining your personal goals and values. What matters most to you? What are your aspirations? What kind of person do you want to become? Having clarity on these points helps you make decisions that align with your true priorities, rather than constantly reacting to the demands and expectations of others. Establish healthy boundaries. This means learning to say no to requests or obligations that don't align with your priorities or that would overextend you. It's about respecting your own time, energy, and needs. Remember, every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. Make those choices consciously. Invest in self-care as a non-negotiable part of your routine. This isn't about indulgence, it's about maintaining your physical and mental health. Regular exercise, adequate sleep, healthy nutrition, and activities that recharge you mentally and emotionally are not luxuries, they're necessities for sustained performance and well-being. Cultivate self-awareness. Regularly check in with yourself. How are you feeling? What do you need? Are you living in alignment with your values and goals? This ongoing self-reflection helps you stay true to yourself and make adjustments when necessary. Prioritize learning and personal growth. Invest time and resources in developing your skills, expanding your knowledge, and working on your personal development. This not only benefits you, but also increases your capacity to contribute value to others. Remember that prioritizing yourself includes nurturing your passions and interests. Engaging in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment isn't selfish, it's what makes you a more well-rounded, interesting, and content individual, which positively impacts all your relationships. While focusing on yourself, maintain perspective on your relationships and responsibilities. The goal is balance, not isolation. Look for ways to align your personal growth with the well-being of those around you. Often, by becoming your best self, you naturally uplift and inspire others. Practice effective time management. Allocate time for your priorities, including self-care and personal development, just as you would for work or family commitments. Use tools like calendars and to-do lists to ensure you're giving adequate attention to all areas of your life. Learn to communicate your needs clearly and respectfully. Let others know when you need time for yourself or when you're unable to take on additional responsibilities. Most people will respect your boundaries when they understand your reasons. Recognize that prioritizing yourself may sometimes disappoint others in the short term. That's okay. In the long run, by taking care of yourself, you'll be better equipped to show up fully in your relationships and responsibilities. Remember, prioritizing yourself is not about becoming self-centered. It's about becoming centered in yourself, grounded, balanced, and capable of giving from a place of abundance rather than depletion. It's about recognizing your own worth and taking responsibility for your well-being. By prioritizing yourself without neglecting others, you create a sustainable model for success and fulfillment. You become a source of strength and inspiration for those around you, capable of making meaningful contributions to your relationships, work, and community. It's not just self-care, it's world care, starting with the person you have the most control over, yourself. Chapter 14. Keep your mind ever expanding. In a world of rapid change and constant innovation, keeping your mind ever expanding is not just beneficial, it's essential for success and personal fulfillment. An expanding mind is curious, adaptable, and resilient. It's a mind that seeks new knowledge, embraces challenges, and continually evolves. Start by cultivating a deep sense of curiosity about the world around you. Ask questions, seek to understand different perspectives, and approach new topics with enthusiasm. Curiosity is the engine of intellectual growth. It drives you to explore, learn, and challenge your existing beliefs and knowledge. Make learning a lifelong commitment. Don't confine education to formal settings or specific periods of your life. Every day presents opportunities to learn something new. Read widely and diversely. Explore subjects outside your usual areas of interest or expertise. This cross-pollination of ideas can lead to innovative thinking and creative problem-solving. Embrace challenges and see them as opportunities for growth. When you encounter difficult problems or unfamiliar situations, your mind stretches to accommodate new information and develop new skills. This process of adaptation and problem-solving is crucial for keeping your mind expanding. Practice critical thinking. Don't accept information at face value. Analyze, question, and seek evidence. Develop the habit of looking at issues from multiple angles. This not only expands your understanding, but also sharpens your analytical skills. Engage in regular reflection. Take time to process your experiences and learnings. Journaling, meditation, or simply quiet contemplation can help you integrate new knowledge and insights, fostering deeper understanding and personal growth. Seek out diverse perspectives. Engage with people from different backgrounds, cultures, and fields of expertise. These interactions challenge your assumptions, broaden your worldview, and stimulate new ways of thinking. Stay current with technological advancements. In our digital age, technology shapes how we live, work, and interact. Keeping abreast of technological trends helps you adapt to changing environments and opens up new possibilities for learning and growth. Develop new skills regularly. Whether it's learning a new language, picking up a musical instrument, or mastering a new software, the process of skill acquisition keeps your mind flexible and expanding. It also boosts your confidence and opens up new opportunities. Travel, if possible, or explore new environments. Experiencing different cultures and ways of life broadens your perspective and challenges your preconceptions. Even exploring new areas in your own city can provide fresh insights and stimulate your mind. Engage in creative activities. Creativity isn't just for artists. Engaging in creative problem-solving, writing, or any form of artistic expression stimulates different parts of your brain and encourages innovative thinking. Practice mindfulness and awareness. Being fully present in your experiences allows you to absorb more from each moment. It sharpens your observations and deepens your understanding of yourself and the world around you. Challenge your own beliefs and opinions. Be willing to change your mind when presented with new evidence or perspectives. An expanding mind is not rigid, it's flexible and open to growth. Cultivate a growth mindset. Believe in your ability to learn and improve. View failures and setbacks as learning opportunities rather than reflections of your fixed abilities. This mindset fuels continuous learning and personal development. Share your knowledge with others. Teaching or explaining concepts to others deepens your own understanding and often leads to new insights. It also exposes you to different viewpoints and questions that can further expand your thinking. Remember, keeping your mind ever expanding is not about accumulating facts or achieving specific milestones. It's about maintaining an attitude of openness, curiosity, and continuous growth. It's about seeing the world as a vast landscape of learning opportunities and approaching each day with the excitement of new discoveries. By committing to this path of lifelong learning and mental expansion, you not only enrich your own life, but also increase your capacity to contribute meaningfully to the world around you. An ever-expanding mind is your greatest asset in navigating the complexities of modern life and achieving lasting success and fulfillment. Chapter 15. Cultivate self-discipline as your foundation. Self-discipline is the bedrock upon which all personal and professional success is built. It's the ability to control your impulses, emotions, and behaviors to stay focused on what you need to do to achieve your goals. Cultivating self-discipline isn't about punishment or restriction. It's about empowering yourself to consistently choose what's best for your long-term well-being and success over short-term comfort or pleasure. Begin by clearly defining your goals and values. Self-discipline becomes much easier when you have a compelling reason for your actions. When you're tempted to stray from your path, these well-defined goals serve as a powerful reminder of what you're working towards. Start small and build gradually. Like a muscle, self-discipline strengthens with consistent exercise. Begin with manageable tasks and commitments. As you succeed in these smaller areas, your confidence and ability to tackle bigger challenges will grow. Create routines and habits that support your goals. When behaviors become habitual, they require less willpower to maintain. Design your daily routine to include activities that align with your objectives, making disciplined choices the default rather than the exception. Practice delayed gratification. Train yourself to resist immediate rewards in favor of greater future benefits. This might mean saving money instead of making an impulse purchase, or completing your work before indulging in leisure activities. Each time you choose long-term benefit over short-term pleasure, you strengthen your self-discipline. Develop strategies to manage temptations and distractions. Identify your personal triggers and create plans to deal with them. This might involve removing temptations from your environment, using tools to block distracting websites, or having accountability partners to keep you on track. Cultivate mindfulness and self-awareness. Pay attention to your thoughts, emotions, and impulses without immediately acting on them. This awareness allows you to make conscious choices rather than reacting automatically to every urge or distraction. Learn to embrace discomfort. Growth and achievement often require stepping out of your comfort zone. View discomfort not as something to be avoided, but as a sign that you're pushing yourself to improve. Develop the ability to sit with uncomfortable feelings without immediately seeking relief. Hold yourself accountable. Set clear, measurable goals and track your progress. Be honest with yourself about your successes and failures. Consider sharing your goals with others who can offer support and hold you accountable. Practice self-compassion. Self-discipline isn't about perfection. There will be times when you falter. Instead of harsh self-criticism, respond to setbacks with kindness and understanding. Learn from your mistakes and recommit to your goals. Prioritize self-care. Paradoxically, maintaining self-discipline often requires knowing when to rest and recharge. Adequate sleep, nutrition, and stress management are crucial for maintaining the energy and focus needed for long-term discipline. Celebrate your victories, no matter how small. Acknowledging your progress reinforces positive behaviors and motivates you to continue. Find ways to reward yourself that align with your larger goals and values. Continuously educate yourself on the principles of self-discipline and personal development. Read books, listen to podcasts, or attend seminars that provide insights and strategies for enhancing your self-control and focus. Remember that self-discipline is not about rigidity or denying yourself joy. It's about making conscious choices that align with your values and long-term goals. It's about freedom, the freedom to choose your actions rather than being at the mercy of impulses and short-term desires. As you cultivate self-discipline, you'll find that it impacts every area of your life positively. Your productivity will increase, your relationships will improve, and you'll make consistent progress towards your goals. You'll develop a sense of personal integrity, knowing that you can rely on yourself to do what you say you'll do. Embrace the challenge of cultivating self-discipline. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. With each disciplined choice, you're building a foundation for success that will support you in achieving your greatest aspirations. Remember, the pain of discipline is far less than the pain of regret. Choose discipline and watch as it transforms your life, one decision at a time. Chapter 16. Constantly evaluate your habits. Your habits are the invisible architecture of your daily life. They shape your actions, decisions, and ultimately your destiny. Constantly evaluating your habits is crucial for personal growth and success. It's about being intentional with your behaviors and ensuring they align with your goals and values. Start by becoming aware of your current habits. Many of our behaviors are automatic, operating below the level of conscious thought. Take time to observe your daily routines and patterns. What do you do automatically? Which behaviors are serving you well, and which ones are holding you back? Categorize your habits into positive, negative, and neutral. Positive habits are those that contribute to your well-being and goals. Negative habits detract from your progress or health. Neutral habits neither help nor hinder significantly, but may be taking up valuable time and energy. For each habit, consider its long-term impact. A habit that seems harmless in the short term might have significant negative consequences when compounded over months or years. Conversely, small positive habits can lead to remarkable results over time. Identify the triggers and rewards associated with your habits, especially the negative ones. Understanding what prompts a habit and what satisfaction it provides can help you develop strategies to change it. Often, you can keep the same trigger and reward, but replace the habit with a more beneficial behavior. Set clear intentions for the habits you want to cultivate or eliminate. Be specific about what you want to change and why. Having a strong why can provide motivation when the process of changing habits becomes challenging. Implement new habits strategically. Start small and focus on 1 or 2 changes at a time. Trying to overhaul your entire routine at once is often overwhelming and unsustainable. Small, consistent changes are more likely to stick and compound over time. Use the power of environment to support your desired habits. Structure your surroundings to make good habits easy and bad habits difficult. This might involve removing temptations from your home or setting up your workspace to encourage productivity. Track your progress. Use a habit tracker or journal to monitor your consistency with new habits and your success in avoiding unwanted ones. This visual representation of your efforts can be highly motivating and informative. Be patient with yourself. Habit change takes time. The commonly cited 21-day rule is often an underestimate. Research suggests it can take anywhere from 18 to 254 days to form a new habit, depending on its complexity and your personal circumstances. Regularly reassess your habits, even the ones you consider positive. As your goals and circumstances change, so should your habits. What served you well in the past might not be the best approach for your current situation or future aspirations. Learn from setbacks. When you slip back into old habits, don't view it as a failure. Instead, analyze what led to the lapse and use that information to strengthen your strategy going forward. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small. Acknowledging your progress reinforces positive changes and motivates you to continue your efforts. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, but progress. Every positive change, no matter how small, is a step towards becoming the person you want to be. By constantly evaluating and refining your habits, you're taking active control of your life's direction. Embrace this process of continuous self-improvement. Your habits are powerful tools for transformation. By consciously shaping them, you're not just changing your behaviors, you're reshaping your identity and crafting the life you desire. Stay vigilant, stay committed, and watch as small, consistent changes lead to remarkable transformations over time. Chapter 17. Air horn, pain and pleasure as tools. Pain and pleasure are fundamental drivers of human behavior. Understanding and harnessing these powerful forces can be transformative in your journey of personal growth and success. Rather than being at the mercy of these sensations, Learn to use them as tools to motivate, guide, and shape your actions. Begin by recognizing that pain and pleasure are not just physical sensations, but also emotional and psychological experiences. The anticipation of pain or pleasure can be as influential as the actual experience. This understanding allows you to leverage these forces even before they occur. Reframe your perception of pain. Instead of viewing it solely as something to be avoided, see it as a signal for growth and change. Physical pain often indicates a need for healing or adjustment. Emotional or psychological pain can highlight areas in your life that require attention or transformation. Use the fear of pain or discomfort as a motivator. The pain of regret or unfulfilled potential can be a powerful catalyst for action. When faced with a challenging task, consider the long-term pain of not taking action versus the short-term discomfort of doing the work. Similarly, learn to delay gratification by focusing on long-term pleasure over short-term satisfaction. Visualize the future pleasure and benefits of achieving your goals. This can help you push through immediate discomfort or resist temporary temptations. Create a pain-pleasure association with your habits. Link positive habits with pleasure and negative habits with pain in your mind. For example, associate exercise with the pleasure of feeling energized and confident, rather than the temporary discomfort of the workout. Practice mindfulness to increase your awareness of pain and pleasure sensations without immediately reacting to them. This allows you to make more conscious choices about how to respond, rather than being driven by automatic reactions. Use pleasure as a reward system for positive behaviors. Set up small, healthy rewards for completing tasks or maintaining good habits. This creates a positive reinforcement loop, making it easier to sustain beneficial behaviors over time. Harness the power of contrast. Sometimes, deliberately experiencing discomfort can heighten your appreciation for pleasure and comfort. This might involve challenging physical activities, fasting, or temporarily giving up certain luxuries. The contrast can increase your overall satisfaction and resilience. Learn to find pleasure in the process, not just the outcome. Cultivate a sense of enjoyment in the journey of growth and improvement. This makes the path to your goals more sustainable and fulfilling. Use pain as a teacher. When you experience setbacks or failures, focus on extracting lessons and insights rather than dwelling on the negative feelings. This transforms pain from a purely negative experience into a tool for growth and improvement. Develop emotional intelligence to better understand and manage your responses to pain and pleasure. This includes recognizing your emotional triggers, regulating your reactions, and choosing responses that align with your long-term goals. Remember that pain and pleasure are often temporary and subjective. Train yourself to look beyond immediate sensations to the broader context and long-term implications of your choices. Be cautious of using pain or pleasure as your only motivators. While they are powerful tools, relying on them exclusively can lead to burnout or unhealthy behaviors. Balance them with intrinsic motivation and a clear sense of purpose. Regularly reflect on how you're using pain and pleasure in your life. Are you leveraging them effectively to drive positive change, or are they controlling your actions in ways that don't serve your best interests? By harnessing pain and pleasure as tools, you gain greater control over your behaviors and decisions. You move from being reactively driven by these sensations to proactively using them to shape your life. This mastery allows you to navigate challenges more effectively, maintain motivation in the face of obstacles, and create a life of purpose and fulfillment. Remember, the goal is not to eliminate pain or constantly seek pleasure, but to use both as valuable inputs in your decision-making process. Embrace them as powerful allies in your journey of personal growth and success. Chapter 18. Learn patience. In a world that celebrates instant gratification, learning patience is a superpower. Patience is not passive waiting, but an active state of persistent, calm determination. It's the ability to endure difficulties, delays, or setbacks without becoming annoyed or anxious. Cultivating patience can transform your approach to challenges, relationships, and personal growth. Start by recognizing that most worthwhile achievements take time. Whether it's building a successful career, developing a skill, or nurturing a relationship, significant results rarely come instantly. Embrace the journey and the growth that occurs along the way. Practice mindfulness to develop your capacity for patience. Mindfulness helps you stay present in the moment, reducing anxiety about the future or frustration with the past. It allows you to observe your impatient thoughts and feelings without being controlled by them. Reframe your perspective on waiting. Instead of viewing wait times as wasted moments, see them as opportunities. Use these periods for reflection, planning, or small productive tasks. This shift in mindset can turn frustration into valuable time. Cultivate delayed gratification. Start with small exercises, like waiting an extra day before purchasing something you want, or holding off on checking your phone for increasing periods. These practices strengthen your patience muscle. Develop realistic expectations. Often impatience stems from unrealistic timelines or expectations. Research and understand the typical timeframes for your goals. Adjust your expectations accordingly, allowing for setbacks and learning curves. Practice empathy and understanding, especially in your interactions with others. Remember that everyone has their own challenges and pace. Patience in relationships fosters deeper connections and more effective communication. Use setbacks as learning opportunities. When things don't go as planned, resist the urge to react impatiently. Instead, analyze the situation. What can you learn? How can you adjust your approach? This turns frustrating moments into valuable lessons. Engage in activities that naturally cultivate patience. Gardening, cooking from scratch, or learning a musical instrument are examples of pursuits that require time and nurturing to see results. These hobbies can teach patience in an enjoyable way. Recognize the difference between patience and complacency. Patience doesn't mean inaction. It's about persistent, steady progress towards your goals, even when results aren't immediately visible. Practice self-compassion. Be patient with yourself as you learn and grow. Understand that personal development is a lifelong journey, not a race to a finish line. Develop strategies to manage impatient feelings when they arise. Deep breathing, counting to 10, or taking a short walk can help you regain perspective and calm in moments of frustration. Celebrate small progress and milestones along the way to your larger goals. This acknowledgement of incremental achievements can help sustain your patience during long-term pursuits. Learn from patient role models. Observe people who exhibit great patience in their lives or work. Study historical figures known for their perseverance. Their stories can inspire and guide your own practice of patience. Remember that patience is not about suppressing emotions or desires. It's about managing them effectively. Allow yourself to feel frustrated or eager, but choose how you respond to these feelings. Regularly reflect on the benefits of patience in your life. Notice how it reduces stress, improves decision-making, and enhances your relationships. This awareness reinforces the value of continuing to cultivate this skill. By learning patience, you equip yourself with a powerful tool for navigating life's challenges and achieving long-term success. It allows you to persist when others give up, to see opportunities where others see only obstacles, and to build deeper, more meaningful relationships. In a fast-paced world, your ability to remain patient and steady can set you apart and lead to more fulfilling and sustainable achievements. Embrace patience not as a passive virtue, but as an active, empowering choice. It's a decision to trust in the process, to value steady progress over quick fixes, and to approach life with a calm, determined persistence. As you cultivate patience, you'll find that it not only helps you achieve your goals, but also brings a sense of peace and contentment to your daily life. Chapter 19. Embrace your shadows. Embracing your shadows is about acknowledging and integrating the parts of yourself that you typically hide, repress, or deny. These shadow aspects often include traits, emotions, or desires that we consider unacceptable or that conflict with our ideal self-image. However, truly embracing these shadows is a powerful step towards wholeness, authenticity, and personal growth. Start by recognizing that everyone has a shadow side. It's a natural part of the human psyche, not a flaw or failure. Understanding this can help reduce shame or fear associated with exploring your shadows. Practice self-awareness to identify your shadow aspects. Pay attention to strong negative reactions you have towards others. Often, these are reflections of traits you dislike in yourself but haven't acknowledged. Notice patterns in your behavior, especially in stressful situations or conflicts. Approach your shadows with curiosity rather than judgment. Instead of immediately trying to change or suppress these aspects, seek to understand them. What purpose do they serve? How did they develop? This compassionate inquiry can lead to valuable insights. Acknowledge that your shadows often contain hidden strengths. For example, anger, when understood and channeled properly, can fuel assertiveness and the drive for positive change. Fear can be a valuable signal for caution and preparation. Use journaling or creative expression to explore your shadow side. Write freely about the parts of yourself you're uncomfortable with, or create art that represents these aspects. This process can be cathartic and illuminating. Consider the role of your upbringing and societal expectations in shaping your shadows. Often the traits we repress are those that were discouraged or punished in our formative years. Understanding this context can help you approach your shadows with more compassion. Practice accepting all parts of yourself, even those you wish to change. Acceptance doesn't mean endorsement. It means acknowledging reality without judgment. This acceptance is often the first step towards meaningful change. Seek support if needed. Exploring your shadow side can be challenging and may bring up difficult emotions. A therapist, counselor, or trusted mentor can provide guidance and support in this process. Use mindfulness techniques to observe your shadow traits without immediately reacting to them. This creates space between the impulse and the action, allowing you to make more conscious choices about how to respond. Integrate your shadows gradually. As you become more aware of these aspects, look for healthy ways to express and channel them. This might involve finding appropriate outlets for aggression, like competitive sports, or acknowledging and setting boundaries around your needs. Remember that embracing your shadows doesn't mean acting on every impulse. It's about awareness, understanding, and conscious choice in how you express different aspects of yourself. Consider how your shadows might be serving you. Sometimes, traits we consider negative have developed as coping mechanisms or protective strategies. Understanding their function can help you find healthier alternatives if needed. Use your understanding of your own shadows to develop greater empathy for others. Recognizing the complexity within yourself can help you see and accept the complexity in those around you. Reflect on how embracing your shadows enhances your authenticity and personal power. When you're not expending energy hiding or fighting parts of yourself, you have more resources available for growth and positive action. Embracing your shadows is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. Be patient with yourself as you navigate this journey of self-discovery and integration. By embracing your shadows, you move towards becoming a more whole, integrated person. This integration leads to greater self-acceptance, more authentic relationships, and a deeper sense of personal power. It allows you to harness all aspects of your personality, both light and dark, in service of your goals and values. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate your shadows, but to understand and integrate them. In doing so, you tap into a fuller range of your human experience and potential. This embrace of your full self, with all its complexities and contradictions, is a powerful step towards living a more authentic, fulfilling life. Chapter 20. Let go of demons and embrace renewal. Letting go of demons and embracing renewal is a transformative process that involves confronting and releasing the negative influences, painful memories, and self-destructive patterns that hold you back. It's about making space for growth, healing, and new beginnings. Start by identifying your demons. These could be past traumas, limiting beliefs, toxic relationships, or harmful habits. Be honest with yourself about what's truly holding you back from living your best life. Recognition is the first step towards release. Practice self-compassion as you face these demons. Understand that everyone carries burdens from their past. Your demons are not a reflection of your worth, but opportunities for growth and healing. Develop a mindfulness practice to observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. This creates space between you and your demons, allowing you to see them as separate from your true self. Use journaling or creative expression to explore and process your demons. Writing or creating art about your experiences can be cathartic and provide new insights into your patterns and triggers. Consider seeking professional help. A therapist or counselor can provide valuable support and tools for working through deep-seated issues and traumas. Practice forgiveness, both for others and for yourself. Holding on to resentment and guilt only gives your demons more power. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning harmful actions, but freeing yourself from their emotional grip. Engage in rituals or symbolic acts of release. This might involve writing down what you want to let go of and burning the paper, or performing a personal ceremony of renewal. These acts can be powerful in signaling a new beginning to your subconscious mind. Focus on building new, positive habits and thought patterns to replace the old, destructive ones. As you let go of what no longer serves you, actively cultivate what uplifts and empowers you. Surround yourself with supportive people who encourage your growth and renewal. Sometimes, letting go of demons also means distancing yourself from people who reinforce negative patterns. Practice gratitude to shift your focus from what you're releasing to what you're gaining. Regularly acknowledge the positive aspects of your life and the opportunities for growth. Engage in physical activities that promote release and renewal. Exercise, dance, or practices like yoga can help process emotions and create a sense of physical and mental renewal. Be patient with the process. Letting go and embracing renewal is often a gradual journey, not an instant transformation. Celebrate small victories and be kind to yourself during setbacks. Visualize your renewed self. Spend time imagining who you are and how you feel without the weight of your demons. Let this vision guide and motivate your journey. Remember that renewal is an ongoing process. Life will continue to present challenges and opportunities for growth. Embrace this as a continuous journey of evolution and self-discovery. By letting go of your demons and embracing renewal, you free up enormous amounts of energy and potential within yourself. You create space for new experiences, relationships, and achievements. This process of release and renewal is not just about leaving the past behind. It's about actively creating a future aligned with your true self and highest aspirations. Chapter 21. Embrace responsibility. Entitlement is the enemy. Embracing responsibility is a powerful mindset shift that can dramatically transform your life. It's about recognizing that you are the primary architect of your circumstances and that your choices and actions shape your reality. Conversely, entitlement, the belief that you are inherently deserving of privileges or special treatment, is a mindset that stunts growth and limits potential. Start by acknowledging that you are responsible for your life's direction. While you can't control every external circumstance, you always have control over your response to those circumstances. This realization is both empowering and sobering. Identify areas in your life where you might be harboring a sense of entitlement. Do you expect success without putting in the work? Do you blame others for your setbacks? Recognizing these patterns is the first step to changing them. Practice taking ownership of your mistakes and failures. Instead of making excuses or blaming others, ask yourself, what could I have done differently? This approach turns setbacks into valuable learning experiences. Cultivate a growth mindset. Believe that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. This contrasts with the fixed mindset often associated with entitlement, where people believe their qualities are innate and unchangeable. Set challenging but achievable goals for yourself. Taking responsibility means actively working towards what you want, rather than passively waiting for things to happen to you. Develop a strong work ethic. Understand that success in any form requires consistent effort and dedication. Embrace the process and the challenges as part of your growth journey. Practice gratitude for what you have, rather than focusing on what you think you deserve. Gratitude shifts your perspective from entitlement to appreciation, fostering a more positive and proactive outlook. Take initiative in your personal and professional life. Don't wait for opportunities to be handed to you. Create them through your actions and attitudes. Learn to delay gratification. Embracing responsibility often means doing the hard work now for future rewards, rather than expecting immediate results or recognition. Be accountable to others. Share your goals with trusted friends or mentors who can hold you responsible for your commitments. This external accountability can reinforce your internal sense of responsibility. Reflect on the consequences of entitlement. How has it limited you or others in the past? Understanding the negative impacts can motivate you to embrace responsibility more fully. Cultivate empathy and consider the perspectives of others. Entitlement often stems from a lack of understanding or consideration for others' experiences and challenges. Take responsibility for your emotional reactions. While you can't always control your initial feelings, you can control how you respond to them. Own your emotions and your responses to them. Continuously educate yourself. Taking responsibility for your growth means actively seeking knowledge and skills that will help you achieve your goals. Remember that embracing responsibility doesn't mean taking on the weight of the world. It's about focusing on what you can control and influence and letting go of what you can't. By embracing responsibility and rejecting entitlement, you position yourself for genuine success and fulfillment. You become proactive rather than reactive, resilient in the face of challenges, and capable of creating the life you desire. This mindset fosters respect from others and, most importantly, self-respect and confidence in your own abilities. Chapter 22. Become a free thinker. Becoming a free thinker is about cultivating the ability to think critically, independently, and without undue influence from prevailing opinions or established beliefs. It's a commitment to intellectual honesty and the pursuit of truth, even when it challenges your existing worldview. Start by questioning everything, including your own beliefs and assumptions. Ask yourself why you hold certain views. Are they based on evidence and reasoning, or have you simply accepted them without examination? Develop a healthy skepticism. This doesn't mean cynicism or disbelief in everything, but rather a willingness to question claims and seek evidence before accepting them as true. Practice critical thinking skills. Learn to analyze arguments, identify logical fallacies, and evaluate the quality of evidence. These skills are essential for navigating the complex information landscape of the modern world. Expose yourself to diverse perspectives. Read books, articles, and listen to speakers from various backgrounds and viewpoints. This broadens your understanding and helps you see issues from multiple angles. Engage in respectful debates and discussions with others who hold different views. The goal isn't to win arguments, but to learn and refine your thinking through intellectual exchange. Cultivate intellectual humility. Recognize that your knowledge is limited and that you can be wrong. Be willing to change your mind when presented with compelling evidence or arguments. Develop the ability to hold conflicting ideas in your mind simultaneously. Free thinking often involves navigating complexity and nuance, rather than settling for simplistic black and white views. Practice metacognition, thinking about your own thinking processes. Reflect on how you form opinions and make decisions. This self-awareness can help you identify and overcome biases. Stay informed about current events and issues, but be critical of your information sources. Learn to distinguish between credible, evidence-based reporting and biased or sensationalized content. Embrace uncertainty. Free thinkers understand that many questions don't have clear-cut answers. Being comfortable with ambiguity and provisional conclusions is part of intellectual maturity. Develop your own ethical framework. While considering various moral philosophies, ultimately decide for yourself what you believe is right and wrong, and be prepared to revise these views as you grow. Practice independent decision-making. While it's valuable to seek advice, learn to trust your own judgment and take responsibility for your choices. Cultivate creativity in your thinking. Free thinking isn't just about analysis, it's also about generating new ideas and novel solutions to problems. Be wary of groupthink and social pressure. Learn to stand firm in your well-reasoned beliefs, even when they go against popular opinion. Continuously educate yourself. Free thinking requires a broad knowledge base. Stay curious and committed to lifelong learning. By becoming a free thinker, you empower yourself to navigate the complexities of the world with greater clarity and purpose. You become less susceptible to manipulation and more capable of making informed, independent decisions. This intellectual independence is a cornerstone of personal growth and can lead to innovative ideas and unique contributions in both your personal and professional life. Chapter 23. Think like Socrates. Thinking like Socrates means adopting a method of critical inquiry and dialogue that challenges assumptions, examines beliefs, and pursues deeper understanding. The Socratic method is not about winning arguments, but about uncovering truth through questioning and logical reasoning. Start by cultivating a sense of intellectual humility. Socrates famously said, "I know that I know nothing." This attitude opens you up to learning and prevents arrogance from clouding your judgment. Practice asking probing questions. Instead of making assertions, learn to inquire deeply into topics. Ask why and how do you know that, to explore the foundations of beliefs and claims. Develop the art of active listening. In Socratic dialogue, truly hearing and understanding others' perspectives is crucial. Listen not just to respond, but to comprehend fully. Learn to break down complex issues into smaller, more manageable questions. This approach helps in tackling difficult problems systematically. Embrace the discomfort of uncertainty. Socratic thinking often involves challenging long-held beliefs, which can be unsettling. View this discomfort as a sign of growth and learning. Practice identifying and examining assumptions, both your own and others. Many arguments and beliefs rest on unexamined premises. Bringing these to light is a key aspect of Socratic inquiry. Develop your ability to define terms clearly. Socrates often began by asking for definitions. Clear, precise language is essential for meaningful dialogue and understanding. Engage in dialectic, a form of cooperative argumentation. The goal is not to defeat an opponent, but to work together towards greater understanding through reasoned discussion. Learn to use analogies and examples to illustrate points and test the consistency of ideas. Socrates often used everyday examples to explore complex philosophical concepts. Practice suspending judgment. Instead of rushing to conclusions, hold multiple possibilities in mind as you explore a topic. Cultivate patience in your thinking and discussions. Deep understanding and insight often emerge slowly through a process of careful questioning and reflection. Be willing to follow an argument wherever it leads, even if the conclusions challenge your preconceptions or are personally uncomfortable. Develop the skill of synthesizing information from various sources and perspectives to form a more comprehensive understanding. Practice applying Socratic thinking to your own beliefs and actions. Regularly examine your motivations, assumptions, and the consequences of your choices. Remember that the goal of Socratic thinking is not to arrive at final, absolute truths, but to engage in a continuous process of inquiry and refinement of ideas. By thinking like Socrates, you develop a powerful approach to understanding the world and yourself. This method of critical inquiry enhances your ability to analyze complex issues, engage in meaningful dialogue, and continually expand your knowledge and wisdom. It's a path to intellectual growth that can enrich every aspect of your life, from personal relationships to professional endeavors. Chapter 24. Notice the small things. Noticing the small things is about cultivating a heightened awareness of the world around you and the subtle details of your daily experiences. This practice can enrich your life, enhance your creativity, and deepen your appreciation for the present moment. Start by slowing down. In our fast-paced world, we often rush through life, missing the nuances and subtleties around. Engage all your senses. Don't just look, listen, smell, touch, and taste. Each sense can reveal different aspects of your environment and experiences. Practice mindfulness in everyday activities. Whether you're eating, walking, or even doing chores, give your full attention to the experience. Notice textures, colors, sounds, and sensations. Develop a curiosity about the ordinary. Look at familiar objects or environments with fresh eyes. What details have you never noticed before? Keep a journal of your observations. Writing down what you notice helps reinforce the habit and can provide interesting insights over time. Use photography or sketching to capture details. These practices can help train your eye to notice subtle elements in your environment. Pay attention to changes in your surroundings. Notice how light shifts throughout the day, how plants grow over time, or how the atmosphere in a room can change with different people present. Listen more carefully in conversations. Notice not just words but tone, body language, and subtle expressions. These small cues can greatly enhance your understanding and empathy. Observe patterns and connections in your daily life. Small recurring elements can reveal interesting insights about your routines and environment. Practice gratitude for small pleasures. Noticing and appreciating little joys can significantly boost your overall happiness and well-being. By noticing the small things, you enrich your experience of life. This heightened awareness can lead to greater creativity, improved problem-solving skills, and a deeper sense of connection to your environment and the people around you. It transforms the mundane into the extraordinary and helps you find beauty and meaning in everyday moments. Chapter 25. Upgrade your mental software. Upgrading your mental software is about consciously improving your thought processes, belief systems, and cognitive skills. Just as computers need regular updates to function optimally, your mind requires continuous refinement to adapt to new challenges and opportunities. Begin by identifying outdated or limiting beliefs. These are often unconscious assumptions that no longer serve you. Challenge these beliefs and replace them with more empowering ones. Cultivate a growth mindset. Believe in your ability to learn and improve. View challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. Regularly expose yourself to new ideas and perspectives. Read widely, engage in diverse conversations, and seek out experiences that challenge your current way of thinking. Practice metacognition, thinking about your thinking. Reflect on how you process information, make decisions, and solve problems. This self-awareness is key to improving your mental processes. Learn and apply critical thinking skills. Develop your ability to analyze information, evaluate arguments, and make reasoned judgments. Incorporate mindfulness practices into your routine. Mindfulness can help you become more aware of your thought patterns and improve your ability to focus and manage stress. Engage in continuous learning. Whether through formal education, online courses, or self-study, commit to lifelong learning to keep your mind sharp and adaptable. Practice problem-solving skills regularly. Engage in puzzles, strategic games, or real-world challenges that stretch your cognitive abilities. Improve your emotional intelligence. Develop your ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions and those of others. Work on your memory skills. Practice techniques like visualization, association, and spaced repetition to enhance your ability to retain and recall information. Cultivate creativity through activities that encourage innovative thinking and novel problem-solving approaches. Develop better decision-making processes. Learn about cognitive biases and how to mitigate their effects on your judgment. Practice effective communication skills. Clear expression of thoughts and active listening are crucial components of a well-functioning mental software. Regularly review and update your goals and values. Ensure that your mental framework aligns with your current aspirations and principles. By consistently upgrading your mental software, you enhance your ability to navigate complex situations, make better decisions, and adapt to an ever-changing world. This ongoing process of mental refinement is essential for personal growth, professional success, and overall life satisfaction. Chapter 26. Understand cause and effect. Understanding cause and effect is a fundamental skill that enhances your ability to make informed decisions, solve problems effectively, and navigate the complexities of life. It's about recognizing the relationships between actions and their consequences, and using this knowledge to shape your choices and behaviors. Start by developing a habit of asking why and how questions. When you observe an event or outcome, inquire into its origins and the processes that led to it. Practice identifying multiple causes for single effects. Most outcomes are the result of various factors interacting, not just one isolated cause. Learn to distinguish between correlation and causation. Just because two things occur together doesn't necessarily mean one caused the other. Develop systems thinking. Understand that most situations are part of larger, interconnected systems. Actions often have ripple effects beyond their immediate consequences. Study historical events and scientific phenomena to understand how cause and effect play out on a larger scale. This can provide valuable insights applicable to your personal and professional life. In your personal life, keep a journal of your actions and their outcomes. Look for patterns over time to better understand the effects of your choices. Practice scenario planning. When making decisions, try to anticipate potential outcomes and their subsequent effects. This forward-thinking approach can help you make more informed choices. Be aware of cognitive biases that can distort your perception of cause and effect, such as confirmation bias or the tendency to oversimplify complex situations. Learn about logical fallacies to avoid faulty reasoning when analyzing cause and effect relationships. Develop patience in observing long-term effects. Some consequences only become apparent over extended periods. In problem-solving, focus on addressing root causes rather than just treating symptoms. This approach leads to more effective and lasting solutions. Recognize the role of randomness and chance. Not every effect has a discernible or controllable cause. Practice taking responsibility for the effects of your actions. This mindset empowers you to make positive changes and learn from mistakes. Study the concept of unintended consequences. Often, actions can have unforeseen effects that are important to consider in decision-making. By deepening your understanding of cause and effect, you enhance your ability to make wise decisions, anticipate outcomes, and navigate complex situations. This skill is invaluable in personal growth, professional success, and in contributing positively to your community and the world at large. Chapter 27. Believe in yourself unconditionally. Believing in yourself unconditionally is about cultivating an unwavering faith in your inherent worth and capabilities, regardless of external circumstances or past experiences. It's the foundation upon which all personal growth and achievement are built. Start by recognizing that your worth is intrinsic and not dependent on your achievements, others' opinions, or external validations. You are valuable simply because you exist. Challenge and reframe negative self-talk. When you catch yourself in self-doubt, consciously replace those thoughts with affirmations of your capabilities and worth. Reflect on your past successes and strengths. Create a list of your achievements, no matter how small, and the personal qualities that contributed to them. Refer to this list when you need a confidence boost. Set realistic, achievable goals and celebrate your progress towards them. Each small victory reinforces your belief in your abilities. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a good friend. Remember that mistakes and setbacks are part of the human experience and opportunities for growth. Surround yourself with supportive people who believe in you. Their faith can bolster your own, especially during challenging times. Engage in activities that showcase your strengths and make you feel competent. Regular experiences of mastery reinforce your self-belief. Develop a growth mindset. Believe that your abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. This perspective allows you to see challenges as opportunities for learning rather than threats to your self-worth. Practice visualization. Regularly imagine yourself succeeding in your goals and handling challenges effectively. This mental rehearsal can boost your confidence and performance. Take care of your physical health through exercise, proper nutrition, and adequate sleep. Physical well-being significantly impacts mental and emotional resilience. Embrace failure as a natural part of the learning process. View setbacks not as reflections of your worth, but as valuable feedback and stepping stones to success. Continuously educate yourself and develop new skills. Knowledge and competence breed confidence. Stand up for your beliefs and values even when it's difficult. This reinforces your sense of integrity and self-respect. Practice gratitude for your unique qualities and experiences. Appreciating your individuality strengthens your self-belief. Remember that believing in yourself is a choice and a practice. It requires consistent effort and reinforcement, especially when faced with doubts or challenges. By cultivating unconditional self-belief, you unlock your full potential and open yourself to a world of possibilities. This unwavering faith in yourself becomes a powerful force that propels you forward, helps you overcome obstacles, and allows you to live a life true to your values and aspirations. It's not about arrogance or ignoring areas for improvement, but about maintaining a core belief in your intrinsic worth and potential, regardless of external circumstances. Chapter 28. Choose to be a warrior. Choosing to be a warrior is about adopting a mindset of strength, courage, and resilience in the face of life's challenges. It's not about aggression or conflict, but about facing life's battles with determination, honor, and purpose. Begin by defining what being a warrior means to you. Identify the qualities you associate with a warrior spirit: courage, integrity, discipline, resilience, and commit to embodying these traits in your daily life. Develop mental toughness. Train yourself to push through discomfort, face fears, and persist in the face of adversity. This resilience is a key attribute of the warrior mindset. Cultivate self-discipline. Set high standards for yourself and hold yourself accountable. A true warrior is as demanding of themselves as they are of others. Practice courage daily. This doesn't always mean grand gestures. Often, it's about small acts of bravery like speaking up for what's right or facing a personal fear. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. A warrior sees obstacles not as barriers but as chances to become stronger and more skilled. Develop a code of ethics and stick to it. Warriors throughout history have been guided by principles of honor and integrity. Define your values and live by them consistently. Train your body as well as your mind. Physical fitness enhances mental resilience and overall well-being, key components of the warrior spirit. Learn to control your emotions without suppressing them. A warrior acknowledges their feelings but doesn't let them dictate their actions. Cultivate situational awareness. Be present and alert in your environment, ready to respond effectively to whatever comes your way. Practice strategic thinking. Analyze situations, anticipate challenges, and plan your actions thoughtfully. A warrior is not just brave, but also wise. Develop your skills continuously, whether in your profession, personal interests, or general life skills. Always seek to improve and grow. Learn from defeat. A true warrior sees failure not as an end, but as a teacher. Analyze your losses for lessons and use them to become stronger. Protect and serve others. The warrior's strength is not for personal gain alone, but for the benefit of their community and those who cannot defend themselves. Cultivate inner peace. True warriors are not constantly at war. They know how to find calm amidst chaos and maintain inner balance. Remember that being a warrior is a choice you make every day. It's about how you approach life's challenges, big and small. By choosing to be a warrior, you embrace a life of purpose, strength, and continuous growth. This mindset empowers you to face life's challenges head-on, to stand up for what you believe in, and to continuously strive for personal excellence. It's about being the hero of your own story and making a positive impact on the world around you. Chapter 29. Embrace vulnerability as strength. Embracing vulnerability as strength is about recognizing that openness, authenticity, and emotional honesty are not weaknesses, but powerful attributes that foster deep connections, personal growth, and true courage. Start by understanding that vulnerability is not about being weak or submissive. It's about having the courage to be your authentic self, to show up fully in life, even when there are no guarantees. Practice self-acceptance. Acknowledge your imperfections and embrace them as part of what makes you uniquely human. This self-acceptance is the foundation for authentic vulnerability. Share your feelings and experiences honestly with trusted individuals. Opening up about your struggles, fears, and dreams creates opportunities for deeper connections and mutual understanding. Take emotional risks. Whether it's expressing love, admitting a mistake, or asking for help, allow yourself to be emotionally exposed. These moments of vulnerability often lead to the most meaningful experiences and relationships. Learn to sit with uncomfortable emotions. Instead of trying to numb or avoid difficult feelings, allow yourself to experience them fully. This builds emotional resilience and self-awareness. Practice asking for help when you need it. Recognize that seeking support is a sign of strength, not weakness. It shows self-awareness and a commitment to growth. Be willing to admit when you don't know something. Intellectual vulnerability, acknowledging gaps in your knowledge or understanding, opens doors to learning and growth. Share your creative work or ideas, even if they're not perfect. Putting yourself out there creatively is an act of vulnerability that can lead to innovation and personal development. In leadership roles, show your human side. Leaders who demonstrate vulnerability often inspire greater trust and loyalty from their teams. Practice active listening without judgment. Creating a safe space for others to be vulnerable strengthens relationships and fosters mutual trust. Embrace failure as a natural part of growth. Being vulnerable means taking risks and accepting that not everything will work out as planned. Challenge the notion that vulnerability is gender-specific. Recognize that the ability to be vulnerable is a universal human strength, regardless of gender. Use vulnerability as a tool for conflict resolution. Being open about your feelings and perspective can de-escalate tensions and lead to more constructive dialogues. Reflect on how vulnerability has led to positive outcomes in your life. Recognizing these benefits can encourage you to embrace vulnerability more fully. Remember that embracing vulnerability is a process. It may feel uncomfortable at first, but with practice, it becomes a powerful tool for personal growth and connection. By embracing vulnerability as strength, you open yourself to deeper connections, more authentic relationships, and a fuller experience of life. It allows you to live with greater courage, empathy, and integrity. Vulnerability is not about winning or losing. It's about having the courage to show up and be seen, even when you can't control the outcome. This authentic way of living leads to more meaningful relationships, greater self-awareness, and a more fulfilling life overall.